Hello, and welcome to I Can't Say It, day 314. What do you know about that number, 314? Well, you put a little decimal point between the 3 and the 1, and you get a number 3.14, which to most people are going to bring back memories of geometry in high school. And that could be terrorizing or memorable. As we all know, 3.14 is the number pi. It really goes out to more like a whole lot of digits. 3.1415926535897238462643350278, something like that. Anyway, so where does the number come from? It comes from, you take the distance around a circle, which is called the circumference, and you divide it by the diameter, the distance from across the circle going through the center. It always equals pi every single time. So if I pull up a circle like this 2.5 pound weight, and I measure the distance around, and then I divide it by the number across, it always equals pi. Isn't that freaky? That is the freakiest thing that they've created, that, and if you believe in God, that God created things in such a way that when you generate a circle, every time you measure around and divide by the diameter, you always get the same number. That is just freaky. It almost might be proof that there's a God, or that nature has to be so well constructed that when you do that every single time, you get the same exact number. I mean, small circle, bigger circle, huge circle, always the same. Why is that? I've never pondered that question before. Even when teaching high school math, I never said, why? Now, is there a reason for it? Why is it always that? Is there a proof for it? Or is it just a definition? And by definition, it means that that's just the way it is, and you just accept it. So maybe I should research why pi is equal to 3.14. I don't know how you think about proving it. I mean, you can take if you stretch out a circle, distance around, stretch it out, and then then take every diameter, you're always going to get that you can break that diameter up into 3 and a little bit more every single time. But is there a way that you can prove that it's that way every single time? I don't know. See, this is what happens when you know about math. So when you think, oh, let's take a look at what day number it is today. So what I do is I always take the number of days through the end of the month. So it's 304 through October 31st. Then I add in the number of days. So we're into the 10th day. And that means that it's day 314. So then, of course, I think pi. I also think Big Bang Theory, Amy Farrah Fowler's apartment number, I believe, was 314. Probably also a nod to the number pi. The number pi appears in a number of places. I should go find my book on the history of pi and show you. Today was Saturday. It was Pokemon Community Day. Today it was Cyndaquil, Quilava, and Typhlosion. And because of the bad weather that we have here in the Bay Area, we decided to go to the mall. And we went to Oak Ridge Mall down in San Jose. And we did our Pokemon hunting there for about 3 hours. Excuse me. It went okay. Not as many shiny Pokemon as everyone else was getting when they were at De Anza, but they were outside, we were inside. And I got 4 shinies. My son got 5, and my wife got 6, or my son got 6, my wife got, I don't know. I don't remember the final tallies. And then we did we all evolved our Pokemon so that they can get the special move set. And then we went out for lunch and came home and spent a quiet evening watching a TV show called God Friended Me. My son seems to be enjoying the show. It's a show about a guy named Miles and a friend named Kara. And what happened is the plot is Miles, who is an atheist and has a podcast called The Millennium Prophet, he got a friend request from God. And so now he is friends with God, presumably on Facebook. I'm not sure if they said Facebook or not. And every episode he gets a new friend request. And what he does is he goes and he helps this person. And eventually something good happens because of it. Kind of like Joan of Arcadia from many years ago. That was a good show too. I enjoyed that when it came out. I should get the DVD because my mother, I should get the DVD from my mother because she, I think, has both of them. And my son would get a big kick out of it. If he's liking God Friended Me, he would like Joan of Arcadia because there's a younger kid in there and Joan is, teenager at the time. Yeah, you gotta wonder about the TV shows that are addressing the God topic and how that is perceived by those people that are religious and those people that are not religious. I personally have no objection to it because the point is, whether you believe in God or not, the moral behind the story of helping people and feeling good about helping people and causing you to want to help people again is not a bad idea, no matter what the method of the message is, whether you agree with it or not. Okay? Some people don't like Star Trek. But, on the city on the edge of forever, Jim Kirk says to, I'm forgetting her name now, something Collins. Joan Collins, that there's a writer from a star way up there who, says that there's who wrote a famous novel whose theme of let me help, should, more important than the 3 words, I love you. He says something like that. Go watch that. It's much, William Shatner does a much better job at delivering that line than I did. But then, of course, I'm having a hard time remembering the line. So maybe I'll try to see if I can find what the line is. But the point being, let me help, is more important sometimes than I love you. And I kind of see his point. And yeah, I'm not going to disagree. Both are important at different times. But, and so our family does try to do everything we can to help. And so with that, let's see. So that's all I got to say about God. I do believe that there is a God somewhere. There's the rational side of me that says, yes, but where is he? And I'm like, I'm willing to accept the possibility that there's just some things I don't understand. I tell that to people when it comes to knowing stuff. There are people that like to gossip. Ooh, there's news about this. Ooh, there's news about that. I'm of the opinion that, I don't need to know immediately. If there is news and it's tantalizing or it's interesting or it's, I'll find out about it eventually. And if I don't find out about it, then I was never meant to know it anyway. So I am just, at peace with knowing the fact that there are some things which I'm just going to be ignorant about. I'm just not going to know because people don't share it with me or I don't seek it out. But then I don't usually seek out gossip. I'm more interested in knowing, not necessarily gossip, but what happened, what were people thinking about it, and why they did this, and how did people respond. I'm not interested in from the, ooh, this something, ooh, that's neat, ooh, really, that's naughty, that's nasty, and then share it with other people. I'm like, yeah, my days doing that are done. I got no time for that. Okay, I'm more interested in knowing the why and the how and the when and where. Like, oh, okay, well that makes sense, and knowing why people are doing things. And anyway, so I can't tell again how long I've been yammering on again. It looks like it says 9:50, but I can't tell because the light is the same color as the letters at the top. Weighed myself this morning. Last bit of news there. The first reading said 259.2. The second reading said 260. Funny how you have a scale. You weigh yourself 2 different times. You get 2 different numbers. Not a very reliable scale, but the point is I'm still in that 259, 260 range, so I'm happy about that. Okay, enough said about that. It is 10:30ish. Time to go to bed. Time to get some sleep. Tomorrow going to be a slow day, I believe. So we'll just kick back and relax and get some house stuff done. Okay. Well, if you have any comments, feel free to leave them in the comment section. I read all comments. I don't necessarily respond to them all because, you know, my busy schedule, I don't necessarily have the time. So with that, I wish you all a pleasant evening, and I will see you tomorrow.